lowered our sanctioning fee down to $1 for the year now, helping tracks and really trying to do what we can do, really for the bottom line of the tracks, because really we've got to take care of the tracks, make sure they're making money. We've got to make sure the race teams are happy that they're able to race for a decent purse. And if we take care of those two entities, then we have no choice but to be successful as a sanctioning body. And so it's always our number one goal, is to take care of our customers, and the drivers and the tracks are our customers.
Again, we have Mike Guerin back with us. Mike, do you have a question for DJ, if you can hear us now? I know you're having some audio issues bad. Yeah, I give up on Mike. I have to boot him from the server now. But DJ, bud, last question in closing, man, before we get out of here. DJ, has there been any talks with we have a couple of questions coming in. DJ, has there been any talks with any promoters of Fast Track or Ultimate, maybe running some doubleheader weekends or possibly even weeknight shows in 2020 to make up some of the schedule loss?
There have been some talks of that. We've thrown around some Thursdays. Can't say we've gotten much earlier in the week than that, but really, everything's going to be on the table to try to get these rescheduled. I wouldn't say anything's completely off the table. But, as far as diving in and hammering down those dates and really the specifics of everything, we're still taking that, cautious approach of being sure, absolutely 100% that if I say, okay, we're going to be able to race the weekend of May 15th. Just random date, for example, it's probably a Tuesday. But, before I want to come out and say that we're going to race on that date, I want to be absolutely sure that we are able to, weather permitting, be allowed to race.
And I will say this as well. We're trying to work on these issues while we're live. I'm about to give up on Mike Guerin and just boot him for the night. But question on this subject here, basically dealing with the situation of not being able to race for so long. If they open back up, letting tracks do events, practice racing, will Fast Track or Ultimate take the chance to try to work with these promoters to try to do races with the crowd not being there or minimal crowd? I know I've seen some announcements on social media where there was possibly a couple of broadcasting networks that says, okay, so if there can't be butts in the seats for these races, we are at least going to try to make a way where, people can watch them. You pay for a regular race admission ticket, something of that caliber, and you try to do your best at it. Is that a possibility, DJ?
It could be a possibility to say. We've had a conversation about it. We really haven't. We have talked about it. When you look at NASCAR, the original plan when this all started at Atlanta Motor Speedway was to run it without fans. Well, NASCAR's got those very large corporate sponsors. They've got TV money coming in. There's a lot of different things that really in the dirt track world that we just don't have. So logistically, I would be more than willing to sit down and look at it, weigh out the possibility, but also, understand the risks involved for the promoter of that facility, because insurance costs are still going to be paid. Track's still going to have to be prepped. Different things are going to have to be maintained. Those costs don't go away just because there's not fans in the stands. And that's on top of paying the drivers, because you can't expect a driver to come out and compete for nothing. Even though I'm thinking probably about now that there would be some drivers willing to race for a hot dog at this point. But it's certainly an interesting take on it.
Oh,
but,
wow.
As these drivers get bored, maybe they'll race for a $5 payout. But, that's not something we ever want to do. We're always trying to look at ways to make those purses go up, never down. And, it would be a huge risk for a promoter to take on, and would be blessed to work with anybody willing to do it. And we've got some tremendous partners that I think could really make it happen. But it would be it would have to be well thought out, well planned, and make sure logistically that everything would be in the best interest for all parties involved, for sure.
Shout out to Ariel Burgoon. She is with Team PFC, PFC Brakes. Thank you for what they do in the world of motorsports. And Ariel, hope you're doing well in Charlotte as well, or in Gastonia for that matter. DJ, one final question for you, man, before we get on out of here. I know that we are looking at all this craziness that's going on in the world, but I had somebody text me and they said, ask DJ about Charlotte. Of course, Charlotte Motor Speedway and Speedway Motorsports are in the news today because of the laying off of so many employees. And one of the big events was the return of Fast Track Racing Series powered by Chevrolet Performance, returning to the dirt track at Charlotte for the third running of the Patriot Nationals Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May the 25th at the dirt track at Charlotte with the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, which David Gravel is coming up next to join us on Red Clay Life. What is the current, status on the Charlotte race? Will it happen?
It is, as of today, it is still on go. There have not been any talks of postponement or cancellation to date. So it is still on to rock and roll, and really looking forward to getting out to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway Memorial Day weekend.
There you go. Cool deal. Let everybody know how they can follow you, DJ, in the world of social media, and, of course, getting a hold of you at the corporate office. And I want to throw this out one more time. You and Stan, or actually Stan's threw it on you now, are doing things to help out racetracks that are part of business, small business, corporations, to get that $10,000 for small businesses, and that's to try to keep everybody afloat.
It is. It's just to try to help out any industry partners that we can. Because, we went through the process. It's a very overwhelming process, but, we're not sitting here going to go racing or anything this weekend. And so I think our time can best be spent lending out a helping hand to anybody out there, any tracks that need it, any part manufacturers or suppliers that need some help with that very overwhelming process. Please reach out. My cell phone number is directly on the Fast Track Racing Series Facebook page. And you can follow any of our Ultimate Super Late Model Series, Southeast, Northeast, Deep South, Mid-Ohio Valley, Heart of America. Look them up on Facebook. And then, of course, Fast Track _Racing on Instagram and Twitter for all the up-to-the-minute news.
All right. Well, DJ, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate always your friendship and working with you. And I know that this is officially supposed to be my last year announcing for Fast Track Companies International. But I did tell Stan last night on the phone that, damn it all, if we don't get any races in, I might have to have my farewell tour in 2021.
We'll see. Well, hopefully we get to racing, and we don't certainly hope we get back racing sooner rather than later.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate you, and be safe down in Georgia for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, and hopefully we'll see everybody at the racetrack soon.
All right, that's DJ Irvine, Fast Track Companies International. As always, fasttrackracing.com and ultimatesupers.com, the official website on all of their information. We will get ready to go to a quick radio timeout. When we come back, we will speak to David Gravel of the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars Series, as they are also all on hiatus right now, dealing with the remnants of what is, of course, the continuation of COVID-19, the coronavirus. And we will talk with David Gravel about what he does to keep busy, how things have gone during the winter months, during his speed weeks, and, of course, getting ready for the continuation of the 2020 season when he can. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is Red Clay Life, all part of CRN Podcast.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple. This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Welcome back to the episode number 5, or episode 4, actually, of the April 15th edition of CRN Podcast, Red Clay Life. I am Wesley Outland. Mike Guerin's supposed to be with me, but unfortunately he keeps getting online, knocked offline, back online, knocked offline. I don't know. Maybe all that severe weather that came through Tennessee the other night maybe knocked down a telephone pole or somewhere in that area. So I wish that we were able to have that interaction of me and him both being together to talk to our guests, but unfortunately that does not happen tonight. But without that being said, the show must go on. So we are getting ready to go to the phone lines, and we are getting ready to get on our next guest on the program, and that is going to be the driver of the number 41 entry for the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. That is David Gravel. David Gravel will be our final guest of the night, and I do know he had some obligations doing some things via YouTube. He was doing a YouTube broadcast earlier, and so we were just wait for him to finish up and let us know when he's available. I do think he is completed now, so we're getting ready to go to the phone lines, and we will get on the line David Gravel. David Gravel will be our final guest, and we'll wrap things up tonight here with David Gravel. Again, Mike, unfortunately not able to join me tonight. I think he's finally given up the ghost and said, hey, it's not working with our audio signal. So I apologize for that. Everything else sounds like it's going okay. So we will get ready to call up David Gravel here in just a second. We'll talk with him. I do know he did have some obligations that were again this afternoon past 7:30.
Hello.
So I did tell him I'd give him a ring after. And I think we do have the driver, the number 41 entry. That is David Gravel. David, good evening. Welcome to Red Clay Life on CRN. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing well. Thank you for taking our call, as always. And I think the last time I saw you was down at Charlotte at the World Finals last year. What an awesome show you put on. And I know you've had a couple of races you've ran, of course, down at Speed Weeks at Volusia. What kind of withdrawals have you got now not being able to race, my friend?
Yeah, it's been rough. I had a big schedule this year with running 6 truck races in the Outlaw schedule, and been practicing and testing and all these things, and everything comes to a halt in a hurry. So it's one of those things. It's been rough, but I've just been trying to boost up my social media and get into as many iRacing stuff as I can, and start streaming on Twitch and stuff like that. So just trying to stay busy.
Gonna say that, David. What is your thoughts of what the World of Outlaws, NASCAR, and so many others have done with having some diversion with the world of iRacing, regardless of the craziness that happened Sunday with Kyle Larson and his shenanigans?
Yeah, I think iRacing, good thing we have iRacing, because 5+ years ago there was nothing remotely close to what we have now. So